Welcome to day 3 of Trusting Your Visions. So, hopefully, if you are watching this for the first time, you can also see OracleFest, subscribe, and then go back and watch day 0, the opening circle, and these days leading up to it. But if you want to just jump in with us here on day 3, that's totally cool. And if you're already captivated along for the journey, captured by your intuition, then you're welcome. You're welcome to be here. So welcome back as well. So today, day 3, I said that we are going to be listening to the body. And it is my belief that a lot of what interrupts people from being able to feel their own intuitive senses is the difficulty that a lot of people have in feeling their own sensing, in actually knowing what's going on in your body and being able to discern what that is, and to trust what your body is saying to you, because there are so many reasons, like trauma and illness and fear, that will keep someone from being able to feel connected to their body. So it's a very, very common, very, very human thing to experience disconnect with your body. And I also believe that that leads you to feeling disconnected with your own truth. So today we are going to be doing a little bit of we're going to call it a body mapping practice. So we have cleared our channels, right? We have let things go. If you want to do another clearing because you're like, hey, there's more stuff today, I clearly didn't clear it all yesterday, please do a clearing now. If you missed that video, definitely go and do a clearing for sure. You might want to light a candle or set the mood in some kind of way. Often when we have an environment that is relaxing to us, then we can also feel like our nervous system relaxing in real time. So we're going to open up to our body and the signals that our body may have for us. And so even these really tiny sensations that we might get, a little flutter or sorry, there's a dog walking in. I didn't close the door to the kitchen, so she wants to say hi. That's very sweet. So even when you are just getting like a little bit of a nervous or fluttery feeling, if you're getting a tightness, a contraction of some kind, or headaches is very common, especially for people who are awakening on a spiritual journey, is this feeling of overwhelm or fog or lightheadedness sometimes, and also like migraines and headaches. And so if you're experiencing any of this somatically being like in your body, you might be actually receiving messages, but not being able to interpret them very well. So this idea of connecting more deeply to our body and also of relaxing more deeply, I think will be really helpful. So there are, chakra energy centers. If you're not familiar with chakras, they are simply considered energy wheels is what they are in Vedic understanding. And so it would be various energy centers that you'll see these images of them going throughout the body. That can be a point where you could check in with each of them, certainly. So we will do a little bit of a practice of just feeling and sensing what is in each area. So if you want to go grab a journal, or just a notebook, a piece of paper, a pen, and then get comfortable. You can be sitting down, you can be lying down, but certainly get comfortable so that you can do some slow breathing. I will put these dogs back in the kitchen because I don't want to hear their cute little tail hitting against this desk the whole video. I think might be annoying for some of you, maybe soothing for others of you. But I'll be right back. So you just get comfortable. Okay, there we go. So you'll just begin with some slow breathing. So you inhale, trust in yourself, and you exhale tension. We'll just do a minute or so of some deep breathing all together. You can go at whatever pace your breath is at. Shaking out, loosening any tension. Beautiful. A few more rounds of breath. Then beginning at the crown and the top of your head. Simply the top of your head, not even as far down as the third eye and the brow, but the top of your head, the connection point between yourself and spirit. What sensation lives here? And you might want to write down on your piece of paper, crown, and then what sensation lives here? I'm going to join you all. I'm going to do it with you here. If this feeling had a color, what would it be? So, what sensation lives here? And if this feeling had a color, what would it be? And then, what message or story wishes to be heard from this area? What message or story is speaking to you from your crown? Okay, and if you need to pause, take more time, just if you are interested in hearing more of the story and you need a bit more space and I'm rushing the process, feel free to pause me. You're on YouTube. You can just pause this video. Beautiful. And then traveling down to your third eye, the brow, the Anya chakra. So spending some time in this, what is often known as our intuition center, third eye. What sensation lives here now? What sensation lives in your third eye now? And then, of course, if this feeling had a color, what would it be? And what is it your third eye wishes for you to see more clearly? What is it that you need to see more clearly? Beautiful. And then begin to travel down into your throat chakra, in your neck, your voice, your internal voice. A lot of people think that this chakra and this energy center is only about speaking out your truth and communicating and saying things. And it does have a connection to that. I also find there's a lot of depth in understanding, are we being honest with ourselves? Are we being truthful internally? Are we hearing ourselves and are we hearing our own truth? I would say this is a place of truth for us. So as we are looking to trust We need to be in truth. So, what sensation lives here in the throat? And you know the next question will be, what color would the throat feeling be? And the next question after the sensation and the feelings is, what truth wishes to be spoken? Or what truth needs to be spoken? And if it's not already clear, if you're finding this a little bit difficult to listen, uh, the idea would be that you focus inward as if you're turning your eyes inward and you feel the energy center, and then allow any impression, even if you're a bit confused by it, even if it's just a word or a phrase, or you're getting a little bit of quietness, write silence, because silence might be your message, right? So whatever is coming up for you here. And you can always return when you're in a relaxed place as well. This is much easier when you're in a relaxed space. So if you happen to click this video and you weren't quite ready for it, you can find it anytime. So, what truth wishes to be spoken? Beautiful. Now traveling down to the heart. The heart not being actually right where the physical heart is, but the energetic heart space, which actually stretches really to the end of our fingertips. So when we hug someone, it's with our whole heart chakra. So sweet. So, what sensation is living here in your heart right now? And what color is it? So, what sensation or feeling? And if this feeling had a color, what would it be? Same two questions for every chakra. And then for the heart, what am I ready to open to? Amazing. Now we're traveling even further still to the solar plexus. The solar plexus right here, our core identity and our courage center. So, what sensation lives here in your solar plexus right now? And of course, if this feeling had a color, what would the color be? And the question is, where am I holding fear or control? Where am I holding fear or control? And you might have an answer that's in your body, and you might have an answer that's in your life, some area of your life, or some mindset, or some area, some subject of your life. So, where am I holding fear or control? All right, we have two more. So the next one is our sacral chakra, our creative center, the womb space, female bodies. So what sensation lives here in your sacral chakra, just below your belly button, kind of just at that hip line? And if this feeling had a color, what would it be? And then your question for the sacral chakra, what desires are growing within you, or what desires are gestating? I like the word gestating, but it's a bit much for some people. So growing in you is maybe, I don't know if that's better, but what desires are within you. Next, we are shifting down to the root chakra, our tailbone, our legs, the bottom of our bodies, like really where we plant ourselves. So, what sensation lives here in your root? And if this feeling had a color, what would it be? And then your question about the root is, what do I need to take care of? What do I need to take care of? Beautiful. So if any sensations came up that you want to shake out, that you want to feel like you are clearing, maybe you want to use some of the energy clearing techniques from yesterday, maybe you just want to do a little dance. I'm not going to do a little dance. You know how the rest of the song goes. I think it's important to just spend a moment. That didn't take too long. Like I was walking through it kind of slowly. You could probably do it a little quicker if you wanted, or maybe you don't ask yourself every question every time. But this deeper check-in really allows you a moment to become inward. And it's from that inward receptive place that we actually listen with our intuitive mind. And so the more often we can do practices like this that bring us into that feeling and sensing place, the easier trusting yourself will be. Because then you know what was already there. And so you know if there's new information, you know? And so this is your body map right now that you just created of a lot of different really helpful questions, I would say, on maybe some insights, some advice on where you might be at and what might need to shift in order for you to feel even more like yourself. So you might spend a little bit of time doing some integration and journaling. I will be emailing out the journal prompts for all the people who are in this Trusting Your Visions journey. To join the Trusting Your Visions journey, you get access to the WhatsApp group where I will also post these links and the journals. So we'll see if we can have a little conversation in there and support each other, get some accountability on our intentions. There's also the replay access. You'll always get the replay access of this whole Trusting Your Visions journey when it is complete. You get the guides on a week by week basis, so you can write your notes in, you can jot down other reflection pieces, because there's going to be quite a lot in this whole 6-week journey. It's very much worth it, in my opinion. $222 for this entire 6-week jam-packed journey of all of these reflections and tools, like very practical tools as well. I might add, for how to actually trust yourself and get into this. And when we are in that deeper, the end of the 6-week period where we're in this reflecting and celebrating, there will be a lot of time for us to connect more deeply with each other and talk about where we're really having some stumbling and getting caught up. So we will be able to do one-to-one work within this space every time there's a Zoom question and answer period. So our next Zoom will be our first Zoom, because our live opening circle was solely to the YouTube live. Our first Zoom will be this Wednesday at 9 p.m. UK time. So you can translate that to wherever you are, 9 p.m. UK time in Google to whatever your time zone is, and you can check that out. And yeah, that's really it. I think it's much better when we do this with people. That's why I'm certainly sharing my journey over on the Heart's Frontier channel as well. So you get the WhatsApp, the guide, you get this connection, you get the replays, and you'll join the Zoom question and answer periods as well. So let's just spend a moment, because again, the journaling prompts I'll be sending out an email to all of those who are in the deeper journey here, who have really chosen to commit and dive in and receive all the support, so that you can take this, seriously, but not so seriously that you feel like it's a downer. Seriously, and that you're committed, you're devoted to yourself. It's an extreme act of self-love, I would say, in this world, to spend time connecting to your intuition and then to follow it. I'm told all the time that people think I'm extremely brave and they're jealous of my life, or they think of me as so, free spirited. And it really has come from this work. It's not accidental, and it's not like I got lucky. I really don't see it that way. People will say that a lot, that I'm lucky. And I really see it as, actually, I'm really aligned, and my intuition is very clear about what's next. And I feel if something's off, it sort of picks away at me, and it'll be obvious. It'll tug on my sleeve until I address it. So your body is so trustworthy, and the wisdom that is inside of your bones is actually of ancient stuff, right? We have a lineage of humans that goes so far back, it is difficult to even imagine or to fathom how far back. And we've only grown because of intuitive impressions leading to invention and inspired new ways of doing things, and resourcefulness that in many ways comes from this intuitive place, where years and years and years ago, people would consult oracles to decide whether or not they farmed in a specific area. And if they weren't going to be profitable or rewarded with their crops in that area, they would trust and say, okay, the oracle or the shaman or the medicine person of their area would say, yeah, actually, there's a weird spirit, there's a weird energy there, and I don't think it's going to be possible. Then you would come to find out the science of it is actually, yeah, that definitely wouldn't have worked. It is fascinating and so real how accurate our intuitive senses can be. And we will problem solve later on for the people who are in this journey about when intuition goes wrong and if that's why you're not trusting yourself. Well, I thought that I felt this and then it was wrong. We are going to deal with that. So save your case by case situations and I will help you problem solve, troubleshoot, and try to figure out what is actually going on. Because your your true intuitive self and this inner oracle is very accurate and is sharp. Sometimes it's the way we're asking questions or the way we're receiving questions or the way we are emotionally attached to outcomes. So we can talk about that as well. There's other things that could also get in the way. Those are the main things that I see from teaching intuition for the last 7 years. I've seen quite a lot. So I will send out those journal questions. Please know that your body can be trusted in this exercise and you can continue receiving wisdom in this way every day if you want to do it that way. You do a check-in once a week and try to remind yourself. You can even, you know how you could do this? If you're someone who's like, I'm going to forget to do that, I understand you. You can use the YouTube link that you're watching right now and put it just on a 15-minute time slot on your calendar on a recurring basis. And then it'll pop up with the link. So then you go remind yourself to go and you can even walk through it. You can walk through it in double speed if you want. So please continue listening. Please continue feeling and trusting what your body is revealing. And don't forget to find a quiet space to listen to what your body is saying whenever you can, because increasing the amount that you actually use this mind to body connection is going to also increase the amount that you receive from spirit. So I always feel like I need to put my hand to my heart. Like, I'm just so thankful that all of you are here. I see you watching. I see you getting excited for what's to come here. And I also see you seeing me. So thank you for that. If you want to see more of me and my experience that I just had, I'm going to go reflect on it. And then you'll see that video on the Heart's Frontier side as well. So it's just the personal side of my journey. I just wanted to share with everyone over there. If they're not aware of OracleFest things that much, I just wanted to share what this experience is like for me. And it's just something a little different. It's a little different than typical Oracle readings, but it is the life of an Oracle or of connecting to your inner Oracle to be able to do something like this. Now, I will add one more thing, which is after all this assessment, we don't want to just keep in the analytical mind. So please go take a bath. I'm going to go take a bath after this, or walk. I'm also going to walk after this. I need to walk the dogs again. To dance or to just do a deep stretch session. Maybe you like yoga or something like that. Maybe you like kickboxing. Just do something. Do something that moves the energy in your body so that you can also see you're not stuck in any of these scenarios, right? You are going to shift it and continue shifting. So be well, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll be back again tomorrow for day 4.